Hey, I just wanted to jump on this morning because I've been getting a lot of questions about the perfect brow shape for your face. So even though my brows are microbladed, I thought I would just run you through, I still fill them in a bit. So I thought I would just run you through, the basics for how you would create balance in your brow shape. So I'm using Kosa's Brow Cream Pencil, which is really great. It's got like a little angled tip, and this is long enough for our example. So here's what I'm going to show you. So to figure out like where your brows should start, you should be using the side of your nose and just make a mark. And make a big mark. Yep, you guys see that? That's where it should basically be starting. So the tip of your nose here, drawing that line straight up. And then we're going where it should be ending is somewhere around there, that kind of an angle. So draw a little line up there. And then for your arch, it really does hit let's see, let's get my face correct. Should be hitting in the middle of your eye, so somewhere around there. So from the corner of your nose through the middle of your eye, somewhere around there. Again, the starting point is about here, and that midline goes through the center of your eye about there. And the ending point, I'm going to turn so you can see, should be about there. And then the thing that you want to pay attention to, I need something that's straight. Let's just use a pen. Okay, we're gonna use a second pen. So what I want to show you though is that when you're filling in, you're gonna be doing these little hair-like strokes. So something like this that has that very angled tip is really great. So I'm starting in this little area and I'm just doing some little lines, and I'm continuing that out, just filling this in a little bit, making sure I'm coming up to the arch area and that I'm not extending too far down past this point. And one of the things you want to be conscious of, I learned this the hard way, is you don't want to have this line circle too far down, and you don't want it to be too rounded. You really actually want it to be more lifted and, going this direction, because that just creates like a rounded circle and a downward line, which is going to pull your eye shape down. So I'll go back and erase these little points. The other thing I wanted to demonstrate was that these two lines, like the shape of your brow, should be parallel. So making sure, mine are a little off. See that? It's interesting. Making sure that we have this top line and this line underneath be a little more parallel. And I tend to fill this in a little bit because it is definitely faded out on my microderm. So let's go back and get rid of those lines. We don't need those now on my face. And let's go through and do this side. I am just filling in a little bit these days. I'm trying to do this less is more kind of mentality, but as you can see, there's like a couple little spots that are starting to show through. Now they're just getting faded. My brows, these are microbladed brows from, gosh, you guys, 4 years ago. Yeah, see how that brow has a little bit more of a downturn? That's something you kind of want to try to work with, and that is extending this line out a little bit. So I'm gonna finish it a little shorter. Still okay, I think, for that shaping, but I'm gonna just try to go out, see, versus down, and fill in that line. I think that's a little more lifting. All right, so definitely I feel like enough color on. We got these parallel lines in here. Got the arch where we want it. And I'm gonna go back through now that I have all that on there. And we're just gonna brush right through. This Kosas has this really great spoolie, especially on this bottom area. You just wanna soften that out a little bit. So I'm just brushing through, creating a little bit of space and softening that line so it's not quite so much of a line. So something like that. I hope you find this tutorial helpful. I'll leave the directions and the points of reference in the notes below. DM me with any questions. Go out, make it a great day.